Did you watch that video just now?
I was there, sir.
You were there. I asked you if you watched the video. Your memory is more reliable than the video the judge just watched.
In my opinion.
I just want to be sure. Do you realize you're on the road right now?
One, yes, I realize I'm under oath. Two, I do not lie about nothing.
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. The other day I published a video update from an unlawful traffic stop that ended with a lawsuit and eventual settlement. After posting that video, Bob Woolverton reached out to me and shared video footage of disgraced Officer Dickerson's blatantly false testimony during the criminal trial. Bob is an expert witness and helps attorneys expose police misconduct in civil rights cases. Ms. Stevens was represented by attorney Matthew Lawrence. He is licensed in Mississippi and California if you are looking for representation. This is not a paid promotion. I have no ties to either of them. The video begins with the direct examination of Officer Dickerson by the prosecutor.
I was on a previous traffic stop with Officer Myers and Officer Craven involving a subject that had been placed in custody back in the car. Myself, Officer Myers, and Officer Craven were sitting there just talking in general about the thing, waiting for a record to come to tow the vehicle, and noticed that the patrol car was shaking back and forth. One of us out here said, "What's going on?" and looked in the back of the car, and the subject in the back of the car was laid across the back seat towards the driver's side, yelling at a vehicle in the street. Asked the person in the vehicle, to go down the road, that they were interfering with a traffic stop. And they told me that they were on a public road and they didn't have to go down the street. I told them to go down the road or I would take them into custody, and they said, "Fuck you, I can do what I want. I'm on the public road, it's my brother."
Why are you laying down, man? Hey, go down the road. Yeah. You're interfering.
Hey, call my daddy.
Hey, you want to be in jail too? Huh?
Uh-huh.
Have fun.
They went down the road. I made a traffic stop on them, and that's where I came into contact with Ms. Stevens.
And when he came into contact with Ms. Stevens, how did you end up identifying her?
I asked her for her ID. Initially, she would not give it to me.
Let's see your license, please.
I'm clean.
Let me ask you a question. You ready for me to ask you?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. You ever heard of interfering with a traffic stop?
That's not interfering. That's my brother. I ain't saying nothing. I'm
Step out of
just
the
looking.
car. Step out of the car.
I will. Omar, call my mom and my lawyer, please.
Give me your license, please.
It don't matter.
What?
They.
And did you explain the purpose of your stop, or what? Well, just explain to us what.
I told Ms.
interaction you had
Stevens
with her at that point.
the reason I was speaking with her is because she was interfering with a traffic stop up the road there, and that she would not be involved with that traffic stop. We're based on safety concerns.
Okay. And did you have any further conversation, or did you just place her under arrest at that point, or?
I asked her to step out of the vehicle. She would not step out of the vehicle.
That's my brother. I ain't saying nothing. I'm
Step
just
out of the
looking.
car. Step out of the car.
I will. Omar, call my mom and my lawyer, please.
She locked her doors on me.
Let's see your license, please.
When I finally got her out of the vehicle, I went to place her into custody, and she pulled away from me, told me I will not take her into custody.
Stopping and yelling at people on a traffic. Just hush and
You
listen.
told me to go
Hush and
ahead
listen.
and go. I wasn't talking to him. You told me to go ahead and go. I wasn't talking to him. I was just, if that
Do
was
you
your
want to stop
family-
and listen, or do you want to
Okay,
go to jail right now?
Go.
I will take you to jail right now.
Go.
You stopping and putting your head over there and stopping and he can yell at you is interfering with a traffic stop. interfering with an investigation on a traffic stop, regardless of what you want to believe or not. Period.
Did I say something?
I'm tired of you. Hold up.
I didn't say nothing.
Hold up.
Come on.
Yes. Even I heard it yourself. You
What did
can't
I
tell
say?
me to stop or tell me to go.
I was talking to him. He said I was interfering with him.
Confidential line on this
Okay.
car. Yeah, you're fine. That's right. Let's go. Come on.
It don't matter.
It matters. When you
Y'all
interfere
don't
with somebody
know.
on a traffic stop,
I'm talking to you. You told me to be
I don't
quiet.
know what. I don't know what.
It don't
I
matter.
don't
Come
know
on.
what. Sit down.
And I finally gained custody of her and put her in handcuffs.
Okay, and that's the basis of the resisting arrest charge.
That's correct.
And as far as the failure to comply or whatever, what was the issue when she was at the traffic stop? Because that's where this
She was yelling back and forth with her brother. I actually opened the back door of the patrol car to ask him why he was laying over there before I realized Miss Stevens was in the street. He was trying to get out of the patrol car so he could yell at her more clearly. I had to push her back in the patrol car, and that's when I realized what was going on with Miss Stevens and the brother went there.
Okay. And you were, again, just to be sure, you were in the process of arresting her brother?
That's correct. That's correct.
And is there anything else that you'd like to add to that, as far as the, I'm sorry, I'll turn it off, the failure to comply? What was the?
When I told her to go down the road and she did not do so, she told me that she had the right to be there because it was a public street. I had to tell her again before she left reluctantly. That's what the failure to comply with the charge came from.
Why are you laying down, man? Hey, go down the road. Yeah. You're interfering.
Hey, call my daddy.
Hey, you want to be in jail too? Huh?
That's fine.
What exactly was the conduct resisting arrest?
She would, at first would get out of the vehicle at all. When I got her out of her vehicle, she pulled her arm away from me when I tried to put handcuffs on her.
After watching the video, Attorney Lawrence will cross-examine Officer Dickerson. Take note of the officer's change in tone.
Anything else?
Officer Dickerson, I mean, you saw the video, you testified in it. Is there anything that you want to add or clarify about the video, or?
No, sir, I mean, like, what happened is what I said, what happened in the video.
I don't have anything else from Dickerson.
Officer Dickerson, my name's Matt Lawrence, I'm an attorney for Ms. Stevens.
Yes, sir.
So, where you were testifying, you said that she resisted arrest. Did you watch that video just now?
I was there, sir.
You were there. I asked you if you watched the video.
No, sir, I did not watch the video. I was there. I know what happened. I saw it with my own drive.
Your memory is more reliable than the video the judge just watched,
In my opinion.
in your opinion. You said that Ms. Stevens refused repeatedly to get out of the vehicle. Is that true?
When the video, I asked Ms. Stevens to get out of the car. She said, I will. She didn't get out of the car. I asked her again to get out of the car.
How long did it take her after she said I will to get out of the
I didn't
car?
look at my watch. I don't know.
Was it like a minute or more?
Maybe 2 minutes. I don't know. I didn't look at my watch, sir.
Okay. And
I was focusing on her because I didn't know if she had anything in the car. I didn't know her intent or anything else. So I was focusing on her.
when you came up to the car initially, was the door open or closed?
Close.
Her door, was it closed?
Close.
Okay. And you're sure that you remember that?
Yes, sir.
100% her door was closed.
So, I would say it's very big.
Okay.
When I came up to her to the car, as you can see, I asked her, can I ask you a question? What do you do instead of hearing my traffic stop? Right. The door was closed.
The door was
She
closed at that time. You're sure?
Is there any other way you would just say the door was closed?
No other way. I just want to make sure we're sure. So I want to back up a little. And you also said that she jerked her arm away from you and tried to put handcuffs on her.
That's correct.
And when you said that earlier, did you realize that it was on video?
I know it was on video because I started my video.
Started the video as well.
I started my video before I got out of the car. Whether it picked up the sound or not, it takes 30 seconds for it to start the video or sound after you start the video. So I started the video before I got out of the car.
Okay. Well, I'm just wondering, can you show me like how she jerked her hand away from you?
I'm not touching you, sir.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
No, not on me. Just how? Can you pretend to be Miss Stevens and show me how she jerked her hand away?
When I placed my hand on her, put her cuffs on, she yanked her back. Yes.
She did.
Yes.
And you're sure about that? I just want to be sure. Do you realize you're on the road right now?
One, yes, I realize I'm under oath. Two, I do not lie about nothing.
You sit on a throne of lies.
I do not lie about nothing. Get that through right now. Three, what I said happened is what happened.
If you saw something different on the video, how would you explain that?
I'm gonna take that as argumentative. I mean, that was,
I was saying that objection, suspect you.
Sorry, that was a good statement of it. So let's back up to when you initially encountered Miss Stevens. Where were you standing at the time when you first became aware of her?
I was patrol cars right here. I was standing here talking to two other officers. Okay? Car started blocking, just like my previous testimony stated. I don't know who said what's going on, but I looked back to open the door of the patrol car. He was leaned over, far as he could get, driver's side window, and they're screaming at Miss Stevens. Video shows Miss Stevens screaming back.
They were screaming at each other.
Yes. Call my mother. I will. I will.
You heard that day. Did you just listen to that video?
Hang on just one second. Officer. Yeah, we had an opportunity to come through this.
Not yet.
Is there any discussion there? Today, part of this trial.
Mayor wanted to drop the charge. I asked him to pass it to the file. That's the discussion.
We're not going to pass this to the prosecutors. I think there's actually no grounds for the arrest or charges.
I think he was.
Well, he just heard them, you know.
Let me say something. There's times out there. Okay, have you ever been in my place?
This is, no one is saying that you don't have your jobs. I mean, we all know that you do. Right? All I'm saying is you're testifying to a matter that happened. When did this happen?
Back in April.
I believe it was February the 2nd. February.
Okay. All of us, our minds, we can, I mean, if there's an opportunity to watch video prior to court, it's probably something. That's just what I'm saying. But if we want to proceed, let's do it.
I would like to proceed with my question. So, getting back to the initial encounter, you were standing on the side of the patrol car, and did you have the door open of the patrol car, interacting with the suspect at the time?
No. I was talking to other officers.
You're talking to other officers. That's when you first noticed Miss Stevens.
No, I noticed Miss Stevens after I realized the guy was laying across the back seat yelling out towards the road. Then I noticed Miss Stevens on the road.
You noticed Miss Stevens in the road, and she was doing what at the time?
Apparently listening to him yell back and forth to the road. And she yelled back to him, I will.
Said I would.
That's correct. I asked her to leave the scene.
Can you tell me exactly what you said? Or something like
Get on down the road.
Get on down the road.
Yes, sir.
And then what did she say?
That's just how I thought.
Yeah. What did she say?
She said, no,
She straight up told you, no, I'm not
I'm
legal.
on a public road.
She said, I'm on a public road. You could hear that from where you were standing.
Went that far.
Okay. So you could hear everything she was saying clearly?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. Earlier you said that she said, fuck you.
That's correct.
You remember her saying that?
I do.
And that was, she said it loud?
Yes.
What else did she say to you during that time?
When she said, fuck you, she was driving me off down the road, and I was back. That's when I went and got my car.
So, can you explain to me this, in your mind at that moment, how had she interfered with the traffic stop?
Stopping on a traffic stop and interacting with the subject as in custody or in place of guilt because he's interfering with the traffic stop. It is placing not only herself, it's placing the officers and the subject that's being arrested in danger. Nobody knows the intent of what's going on.
So, have you ever had anybody pulled over and then their family member came up?
Yes,
It happens a lot, huh?
I tell them to leave. They're interfering with the traffic stop. I do not allow people to stay around in that case because of the safety issues.
When Miss Stevens was saying all these things to you, like when she said, according to you, she said, fuck you, and she was yelling at her brother and all this stuff. And then she said, refused to leave. Was her car moving at that time?
I did not see her car moving. I cannot say 100% it was, 100% it wasn't.
Were you looking in her direction?
I was going in her direction, trying to focus on her and him too, because she was trying to get out of the car, push his head back in.
And you don't remember whether she was moving at the time?
No, sir.
Did you get angry?
No. I wasn't angry. I asked her to move down the road. She used to do so.
Do you remember your colleague ever trying to calm you down or anything at the scene of this incident?
Absolutely not.
Your colleague never said anything like, who's from to you? You remember that?
What's the goose father?
You might want to ask him. So
No, sir, I asked you, you asked me, what does it mean?
I asked you if your colleague said that to you.
I don't.
I don't know what it means.
Neither do I.
I've seen a movie with Jack Nicholson. It was a pretty good movie. I thought that was a pretty reference. I'm not sure exactly what it means. I don't have any further questions for this officer. I don't think I have anything else. I would move to dismiss because the totally unreliable, untruthful testimony of the officer on the stand. I would disagree with the whole process. The whole process is tainted. He seems to be willing to make up whatever he needs to justify something that's on video. Ms. Stevens, just for the motion to dismiss purposes, Ms. Stevens never cussed at him. She never resisted arrest. She got out of the car when he asked her to. Her door was open when he approached her car. All these things are clear from the video evidence. She never said anything to her brother during that entire interaction. And if you watch the video, I'll just tell you what it said. Here's the entire interaction at the traffic stop. Officer opens the door and says, "Why are you laying down?" And
I'm going to object to his
then
characterizing
Well,
it
you can watch the
based on
video.
his perspective, but Your Honor can watch the video for yourself.
Well, I watched it, but sometimes, and if I have to, I'll go back and rewatch it. But it is commentary on evidence that I've reviewed. I'll let him.
So the officer opens the door, says, "Why are you laying down?" And then officer looks up, sees Miss Stevens' car in the road, and says, "Hey, go on down the road. You're interfering." Good job of doing that. Suspect says, "Yeah," he yelled, "Call my dad." And then my client, in response to the officer, says, "I am. That's my brother. I ain't interfering." And then the officer says, "Hey, you want to be in jail too?" ? And then as she's driving off, she says, "You can't tell me nothing." He gets in his car, peels out, goes up she's already pulled over because she saw him coming. And, that is a drastically different reality than what the officer just testified to. And if you read his report, there's more embellishments that contradict what he just testified to and when. So I would just ask the court to dismiss this case because there's no grounds for the arrest, no probable cause. There was no grounds for resisting, for him to even pull her over, but then there was certainly no grounds for resisting arrest. She was cooperative. She was argumentative, but that is not against the law to question what police officers said. She never physically resisted in any way. And for those reasons, I would ask the court to dismiss this case.
In the end, Miss Stevens was declared not guilty. She later filed a lawsuit and settled for an undisclosed amount. Aside from making a complete fool of himself, Officer Dickerson showed the world that he is an untrustworthy person and will lie to take your freedom, time, and money if his feelings are slightly bruised. Neither the judge or prosecutor took action for the extreme levels of perjury witnessed during Dickerson's sworn testimony. Instead of placing him on the Brady list, preventing him from lying for a conviction, he was advised by the court to review the videos on his next case. This video was also given to the Laurel Police chief, but it appears that Officer Dickerson was never reprimanded by the department either. Instead, the taxpayers were once again forced to pay for the misdeeds of their public servants. Dickerson remains a lieutenant with the department, supervising over countless other officers. Rumor has it that he still claims to never lie. About nothing.
I do not lie about nothing.